Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the part 2 to the part 1 that was posted before with my interview with Gabby Glam. This was supposed to be posted 3 days after the first video, but I've been having some problems exporting this. So even now with me recording this here, I've tried to export this video like 6 or 7 times and there's always an error. That's not the point. The point is that I'm recording this video in faith that it's gonna export tonight. Yeah. Alright, let's get into it. Here's the recap.
I feel like if Wilma's had a university,
you would have gone there too.
I would have probably gone there too. I went to the pre-prep and high, so I bleed. I always just have that in my head. That's almost like a mantra of mine. You know, whatever I do it to the best of my abilities. Whatever small thing it is, it doesn't matter what it is. Because you never know who is watching, you never know what that could turn into. Yeah. But subject speak everything. I gotta tell me, sir. I'm not going to be a corporate girl. I'm not going to do finance. I'm not going to be the CEO of a company. He's just like, you'll be the CEO of a company, but you'll be the CEO of your company. What did you say? What did you say? That don't sound bad. That don't sound bad. And I told him the situation, and he goes, Gabby, what have we been training you to think bigger? Don't just get that space. See if you can get probably even like a hotel. And I remember I sent my first proposal to Jamaica Mountain Peak. And I sell myself, right? And she said, Gabs, we're interested. I can never forget that day, that moment. And when she said she was interested, I was just like, wow, I just basically got one sponsor.
Yeah.
So this is possible, my first ever sponsor. I was just like, wow.
A whole company believes
in me. I was just like, wow, this company believes in, because you remember, first of all, I think I was like probably 21 or 20 at the time. And I'm just like, this company believes in me. She believes in the dream because it was non-existent. I'm just basically selling what I want.
Exactly.
You know, what I'm hoping for, what I'm hoping will come to fruition. And she said yes. Actually,
on that note, we just want to thank the channel sponsor, One Great Studio. Continue.
Yeah, and I feel like because when she said yes, it really motivated me, and I was motivated to just reach out to as many companies as possible. But it worked out in the end. I got makeup artists. I think we actually started off with 8 or 5 makeup artists at the time. I think it was 8. It was 8, right? Yeah. Oh, you remember? It was 8 makeup artists. See, you've been a part of the process for a long time. Yeah, it was 8 makeup artists and it was 2 hairstylists. And that was how it started. And by pushing and marketing that out, I started to get clients because then I was like, okay, it's going to be at Pegasus.
Yeah.
So persons were just like, oh, this is so convenient because some persons were actually staying at the Pegasus. So that was really how I started getting bookings. And I'd also do, looks and post them and do sponsored ads. Thanks to Instagram, you can do sponsored ads so you can reach audiences
and you can target who you want.
You can target who you want. Persons who don't follow you, they'll be exposed to your work. So that was really how it started. That was how I started getting my traction. But yeah.
So what does it know?
Wow.
What is Gabby Glam? Because every time you call me, it's another thing. Hi Gabby, what's up? Oh, sorry, Roman, I can't talk right now. I said, are you home? Oh no, I'm in Trinidad. Got you. Got you. No problem. All right. Text me back. So there's a theme here. You realize it didn't work one way, and she spoke to her mentor, and he said, Gabby, you have the experience. Like, you know how to do this. And then Gabby stepped back, look at the situation, assessed, got sponsors. With those sponsors, she grew it outside of just herself, brought on other people on board, hairstylists, other makeup artists, built it out. And what you will realize, especially as an entrepreneur, a big skill that you need to have and to be able to realize is when you need to pivot and how to pivot. And that's what we see Gabby doing here. She's pivoting. She's like, okay, this is the challenge. And this is an amazing mentality to have. And it's one that I try to have in myself, where your goal is a constant. The goal is we're going to have Carnival Glam Hub. That's the goal. All these other things that need to happen to get there, we'll figure that out along the way. But what has to happen and what will happen is Carnival Glam Hub. We just need to figure out how we're going to get there. And that's an amazing mentality to have. All right, let's get back into it. We got to talk about that.
GlamCon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so after GlamCon really started after the success of the first Carnival Glam Hub, I was just like, wow, this went well. And I kind of wanted to really give back and make an impact on the beauty industry.
Yeah.
Really wanted to do that. I was very intrigued by everything. And I said, I would really want to create a space where beauty gurus can just come together and just celebrate the world of beauty.
Yeah.
But to also be a platform where persons in the local space can expose their products, their work.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, I'm going to do it. And then glam was always a thing for me. So everything that I've had, glam was a part of it. So it was Carnival Glam Hub, Gabby Glam, now it was GlamCon. It's so funny because with all of the logos and everything, it's like, when you have that vision, you know what you want. So even creating the logos and everything, it was very easy for the graphic artist to do it because I knew exactly what I wanted. And I remember even when it came on to finding a host and everything, I knew I wanted Rush Cam.
Of course.
I knew I wanted Candy King, like without a doubt.
They just fit.
And I reached out to them because at that time, Rush wasn't really doing, because Rush was just starting out. I think at that time he was a blogger. He was blogging at that time, I believe. I think he just started YouTube.
Yeah.
He had just started YouTube. Yeah, and I was just like, Rush Cam. Hey, hubby. And he believed, him and Candy, they both believed in the vision and everything, and they said yes, and it was just absolutely amazing. That was my favorite version.
It was awesome.
It was my favorite GlamCon to date. It was really amazing, and the supporters, the sponsors, the exhibitors, everything was just so amazing. And I feel like with everything, I had a very strong support group. Mm-hmm. Oh, for Carnival, Glam Hub, and GlamCon, so I know how my parents are. Mm-hmm. I know that they love me to death and everything. I also know that they're very protective.
Yeah.
So I knew that there's no way I could tell them, I want to rent out Pegasus and have all these people and whatever and have sponsors and everything. They're going to say no. Because then they're just going to think of everything that could go wrong.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to see me fail. So because I knew how they were, I didn't tell them. I planned everything, did everything, and then when it was close to Carnival.
When it was concrete.
And I had sponsors in place, I had a makeup artist, I said. So I'm going to be having something at Carnival. Wow. I'm going to be doing makeup at Carnival at Pegasus. It's going to be called Carnival Glam Hub. It's something eventually I'm going to start doing. I have sponsors in place. I got this sponsor. This is how much they're contributing. I have this makeup artist, and they were just like, what? They're like, who has been helping you? I said, my mentor. They knew who my mentor was at the time. So obviously they're asking all of these questions, but I had to answer for every single one because I was ready.
Like you're like, I know.
I was ready for them because I know my parents. I know my parents. I'm ready for them. I had to answer, and they realized that okay, she seemed like she have it figured out. She has somebody to guide her. So the little details, fine details, they helped me with that. So like my dad sat me down and was just like, all right, probably like, this is how we just need to work out the financing part of it. My mom was just making sure that every fine detail was in place, mirrors, where are you gonna get this, the decor, who's, everything like that. Running on the road because I was still in school. So she would go do the stuff on the road for me when I can't do it, anything that I see.
I remember GlamCon, your dad was there late into the night.
Yeah, exactly. They've been there setting up everything. When they realized that, okay, she seemed like she had stuff in place, then they started, to assist and everything, and they were helping out. And I feel like after the success of GlamCon as well, because that was so funny, because I didn't even tell my parents about GlamCon, to the point where my mom had planned a trip with her friends, and I had set the date and everything, and I said the date is going to be that. She just said, but I'm not even going to be here. And I was just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, wow, my mom's not going to be here for the first GlamCon. Like, I relied on her so much for Carnival Glam. What am I going to do? So then mommy started talking to daddy to make sure things are in place. She's talking to my aunties to say, yo, Gabby's gonna need this is that.
She just check on the whole team.
She calling like, her tribe.
Gabby needs help. Come.
Gabby's gonna need help because I'm not going to be here. And they're like, how come you leaving when you know what she was? She's just like, I never knew she was doing this. She just tell me, and my trip planned a long time.
Yeah.
So that's what backfired. Where the fact that I didn't tell them, because obviously she wasn't there. Yeah. They have lives. But at the same time, I knew how they were, so I wasn't going to tell them until I knew things were in place.
Sorted out, yeah.
Right. So it went well. My aunties, my friends, everybody was there for me, so it went well. So even though she wasn't physically there, her presence was felt. She was still there. She called my aunties every minute because I wouldn't be able to answer my phone, but she was calling every minute to make sure things are okay. People sending her videos, checking on everything. Daddy.
So she was basically there.
She was basically there. But I think none of this could really be possible without God.
Definitely.
The blessings and the favor is just out of this world, and I'm always so appreciative of it. I'm always just like, wow, God, like, why me? I mean, what did I do? Yeah. But I'm just forever grateful for all that He's done and all the persons that He's put in my life who have really just like impacted me, and just how He blessed me. He's just always been giving me the vision. Yeah, He's always just been giving me the vision, because it's so crazy how a lot of the times I know exactly what it is that I want. And sometimes it just randomly pops up. So even when it came on to the concept of the lip glosses and everything, that was all God. 100%. In terms of finding the supplier, the packaging, everything, the names, the story behind it, the concept, everything was 100% Him. The whole entire process was just all God.
Two words. Support system. In Gabby's case, she had her family and she had her friends, and they were there to support her. They were there to make sure that everything was running smooth. They were there because they wanted to see Gabby's dreams come true. They believed in the vision, as she said. And I believe that both in life and in business, it's very important to identify what persons are adding value to your life and what persons are detractors. And not only persons who are benefiting you, but persons who also have their dreams, persons who are also striving, are on a similar path as you. Keeping those persons in your circle so you can help them and they can help you, because it's the community that helps to build. You can't do it by yourself. And in Gabby's case, she had her family, she had her friends, she had her mentor, she had the UCA team, and I mean, look where it's gotten her. You know what I mean? So, takeaway. Be very intentional with the persons that you keep in your circle. All right, back into it again.
And even though I would have probably set a specific timeline or a target, He's just like, and I'm setting a target because I'm thinking based on my marketing expertise. I'm like, okay, this is the best time to launch. And it's just like, God is just like, no.
Like, I got this.
He's just like, you think that's the best time, but this is the time I'm going to make you launch it. And He did everything He possibly could, because I wanted to launch it in December. And He did everything He possibly could to basically not make it launch in December until it launched in January. Yeah. And I said, God, why you do this to me? Like, He knows that if we didn't launch it, the stuff them would have sell off. And Him said, but they will sell off in January. Him said, you don't need you don't need the stats and all of that to confirm my works and what I can do for you. He says, all right, I'm going to wow you. People always say, January, people don't have no money and not going to buy nothing. Yeah. He said, I'm going to show you, I'm going to do a miracle in your life.
He's going to bring water in a drought.
There you go. And he sure did. I remember I launched it January 6th. And basically in the second week, I only had 12 sets of each classes left, which was basically the batch for a store that it was going to go into. Yeah. And I was just like, wow.
So are you saying that if people want to get it, there's only...
They got to go to Fontana, they got to go to Mirror, they got to go to Burjay's Boutique.
That's the only place you can get
it. But I mean, they're going really fast, thankfully. I feel like a lot of persons really believe and have been supportive and been supporting me. Probably not necessarily my friends, but just, I guess, following me on Instagram and just seeing
the growth,
the journey. And like, I remember one time somebody called me and was just like, you don't know me, but I follow you on Instagram and I've been following you for quite some time, and I just want to tell you I'm really proud of you. And that really warmed my heart.
Wow.
She said, don't worry. She's like, I'm about to place my order for the gloss. Yeah. Because it's really inspiring what you're doing. And I was just really moved by it, and it really warmed my heart. And just seeing persons reposting when it was launched, I was just like, wow, it really meant a lot. And just the support. So I'm forever grateful for that. Forever grateful. Yeah.
We've heard all the pretty nice stuff. Were there any challenges?
Yes. Still experiencing right now in the industry, of course. All people see is the pretty parts of it all.
Well, that's what you post.
That's what I post.
Yeah.
That's what I share. But there are a lot of challenges, and if you don't know, I also work. So I'm still a corporate girl as well. So I have a 9-to-5 that I'm very grateful for. I mean, persons don't really encourage 9-to-5s. I don't know why. I do, because that's like, there's a difference between having a 9-to-5 and having a 9-to-5 frame of mind. There's a difference.
Gotta break that down, Auntie. You gotta preach to them. You gotta preach to them.
There's a difference.
Preach. Tell your story.
I have a 9-to-5, but I don't have a 9-to-5 frame of mind.
Okay, tell us what that means.
And I feel like that's really what motivates me, because for me, my 9-to-5 is my second, not my first, my second stream of income. My business is primary. That's how I see it. In my head, my business is primary. My 9-to-5 is secondary in a sense. But
it doesn't mean that it gets.
It doesn't mean that it gets pushed. Yeah, but at the same time, I see it as what is assisting in funding my business as well.
Exactly.
Right? That is where the investments and stuff come from.
Okay, so let's talk about 9-to-5 mindset. Gabby and I spoke about this for around 10 minutes, so I'm here to summarize. Essentially, the 9-to-5 mindset is a mentality that you only work during business hours, Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. And nothing's wrong with that if you're okay with that. But this is Gabby Glam. Gabby Glam likes to go to eat. Gabby Glam likes to take care of herself. Gabby likes to go on road trips and experience life. And what she's saying is that the 9-to-5 is what supports that lifestyle. But now Gabby Glam Co. supports itself. And she doesn't need to pull money from Gabby Glam Co. to treat herself. The 9-to-5 supports that.
Yeah, I always saw that as my second stream of income, and as well as the fact that that was the space for me to meet persons. So I started as a network opportunity as well. So even when my boss had meetings, I would always ask, hey, can I join? I'm trying to learn, okay, what is it that they're doing that's making them $1 billion company that I can plug into my business?
Exactly.
And
you're on the right track. Trust me.
I'm trying.
Trust me.
I'm really trying.
But there was a sermon I was watching, and the pastor was giving a sermon. He was saying it's very hard for gifted people to see their gifts because you can't see yourself,
right?
And it's the other people around you who have to act as that mirror, to
that
remind you. Because when you're there in the trenches and you have all of these things that you need to get done, it's very hard to come out of that and look at where you are and what you accomplish.
It really is.
Because when you're in the moment, you don't remember all the other moments you had like that you came out of. When you're in the moment, you're like, I need to get this done. This is happening.
Right.
And it's that support system that you keep mentioning.
Support system
that says,
is
Gabby,
major
it's
key.
going to work out. Gabby,
yeah,
it'll be fine.
It will be fine. And sometimes, even just talking to God, that really helps. That really calms me. But I feel like my dad, who's a very spiritual man, he always gets me out of those trenches. Because he's in my home.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, he's home, really. But, I would probably like, if I come home and I'm just like in being a blum chum.
Him sees on
my face, and I just march up to my room and I just close the door and I'm just there. And he'll just come and he'll just start talking to me, or he'll just start praying. They'll ask me what happened, and just come and he'll just start praying. And I just instantly feel better. I instantly just feel inspired, and I just keep pushing. So I really think support system is really key. I'm fortunate to have both parents to be so supportive. But I also have friends who are also supportive as well. But my parents, on another level.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Yeah. 100 out of 10, really.
So Gabby, let's say somebody watching wants to go into this field. They wanna do makeup, they wanna go into the beauty industry. Where do they start? What advice would you give them, or what are some stumbling blocks that you had to get over that you don't want somebody else to go through? Like how would they navigate it?
Everybody's journey is different, to be honest. What I was exposed to, what I learned probably 2 years ago, 3 years ago, is going to be different from what they're going to experience now. But what I typically just always say is there's never a perfect time to do anything in life. So just work with the imperfect time and do you know. I think that's a major key. And believe in yourself, believe in your dream. If you don't believe in it, no one will.
Exactly.
And just keep pushing. You're going to be exposed to struggles and everything, even financial struggles. So you need to figure out how you can make that work. For me, it was working a 9 to 5 to help fund. So I worked and I did my thing on the side. And I always said to myself, I'm not going to let having a 9 to 5 stop me from doing what I need to do.
I remember we had this conversation in
Canada. Which is how I developed to have a team, because I said I'm not rejecting any job. I'm going to still treat it as if this is my primary job, this is the only thing that I do. So I'm not going to not do a job because I have a 9 to 5. My 9 to 5 is funding my dream. So if you really have a dream and you really believe and you really want it to work, you're going to find ways. You're going to find ways.
Yeah.
But always just see the bigger picture and let that motivate you. I always say that the person that inspires me now is my future self.
Yeah.
My future self. Like I have that picture of where I want to be, and every minute I'm motivated to get to that point.
There's a saying I usually say to my friends after when they come to me with problems. So at a point where it's annoying to them now. But I always said to them, I said, where you are isn't who you are.
Exactly. It's not who you are.
Where you are isn't who you are, because you're moving. Because where you are isn't where you were yesterday. And
Amen.
So where you are now is just the season. But that doesn't define you.
It does not define you at all.
Yeah.
So I'm inspired by my future self. So that is what really pushes me every time, because I just get excited. You get so excited, and because you're envisioning this person, it's just like, I don't know, You see, when you're inspired by someone else, you don't know their journey, you know.
Exactly.
You don't know what it is that they went through. You just see all the highlights, but you know your journey. So just be inspired by your future self.
Yeah.
You know. So I'm very moved. I'm very excited. I can't wait to get there. So every minute I'm working hard and I'm working to be able to get.
Because you just see that Gabby.
Because I see that Gabby in my head. I'm just like, girl, I'm coming for you. I see you. I can't wait to meet you.
Yeah. Guys, be inspired by your future self.
Amen.
Come on, even though.
Amen.
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 Amen. Well, thank you.
You're most welcome, my beautiful friend, my handsome friend. Always saving my life.
Weeks after we're supposed to shoot
it's been a long time coming. Yeah. Anything for you, Roman. Anything for you.
Anywho, we're gonna head on the road.
We're gonna bounce.
Gonna head out.
We got things to do.
We got places to be, people to see, money to make. You know, we out here. Mm-hmm. So thank you for coming to my channel. Which camera am I going to use? This one. Yeah. Thank you for coming to my channel. What YouTuber said. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. You know.
Hit that notification bell. It's right here, sir.
It's right here. Hit the notification bell. You know, so you can be notified when a new video comes out. Hopefully, one will be here next week. We don't know. We're gonna find out. We're gonna reach out to the next interviewee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Yay.
All right, guys. So, how late is this video? This video is a week late. Yeah, this video is a week late. I've been having some issues exporting it because what you're seeing is significantly different than the original edit that I had that was supposed to be posted last week Thursday, because I had to take out a bunch of stuff because it just wasn't exporting. And if you've noticed, the background has changed. It was night at one point and now it is day because I do not sleep. Yeah, but here we are. Next video. I'm not gonna make any promises this time. So thanks for watching. Please actually comment and subscribe. I want to know what you think. I want to know if you guys are enjoying the videos, if you're enjoying the format, if there's something you don't like about the editing style, if you want me to do more cutaways to different scenes, like with us out on the road. Yeah. So thanks for watching. Thanks for making it, Kuote, and later.